it was a lot of players used to like. I've played with players when we have gone to Millwall and have absolutely bricked it. Absolutely bricked it. You could tell even when getting on the coach, getting to Millwall, because we used to always get attacked, you see, by their supporters, bricked and everything. And I used to love that, because it used to get me going. But a lot of the other players used to be on the floor, cowering. And I thought, well, I wouldn't want you in the trenches with me. Do you know what I mean? No chance. I was like, me and a lot of the other players who were more streetwise, shall we say, we got us going. So that was me. I thrived on things like that. I was heavily involved in certain things at the time, substance abuse, and the club. I went to the club and said, listen, I need your help, because I think I'm going to die. I really think the people who I'm mixing with were extremely dodgy, shall we say.
And how good were the club?
They're brilliant. Yeah, Karen Brady saved my life. I reckon if it wasn't for her, I don't reckon I'd be here today, because I'd either been banged up, shot, or I'd have topped myself. And she took me under her wing, and she got me in the clinic. And I had to go twice a week as an outpatient, and it really helped me. It was a really difficult time. I remember being in my bedroom for 2 days, not coming out, just going absolutely off my rocker, smashing it up, and sitting there, just didn't have a clue what day it was. It wasn't like, the thing about the supporters, what they say now, but players got that much money, you want to be down the pit, and everything, or you want to be like earning, not putting bread on the table for your kids. But it didn't matter how much money you earn. You don't think about that when you've got mental health issues. It doesn't come into the equation. I didn't earn any money out the game anyway. I wasn't on like the players that were earning. I was on £28.50 when I started. So it didn't come into the equation, those type of things, money and that. It was just the social circles that I got mixed up in were, because I come from inner city Birmingham, and I grew up with these lads. It was hard to get away. And you know what? I didn't at that time. The mum and dad split up, and I latched on to certain groups, shall we say, as they will become part of your family. Because you haven't got anyone else there, and it was quite difficult, if I'm honest with you. Yeah. I've got myself into some ridiculously stupid situations over the years.
But like you say, you've got kids now, and
I've got kids now, and my main priority is making sure they don't fall into the same trap as me, and being there for them. So they haven't got to fall into the gang culture which I fell into, and looking out for other people. As long as my wife and I are there for them, there's no reason for them to do that. And I know they won't do that anyway, because I know exactly what they're doing and where they're going. Whereas my parents had a bit more of a freer range, shall we say? You know what I mean? And once you give your kids that, I think that's when you struggle. I'll tell you what. Someone did a practical joke on me. The worst one ever.
That one then.
The worst one ever. I left Blues and joined Oxford, right? Didn't want to, but I had to. Because I fell out with Trevor Francis and that, and as if I stayed, I would have killed him. You know what I mean? I was getting to that, Mick Mills, I just didn't like him. And then I went to Oxford, and they had this guy there called Terry, who used to play pranks on the England team and things like that. So we were in training. I'd only been there 2 or 3 days, and we were in the training field, and this old guy come walking across, big old lump, come walking across the fields, drunk, with a bottle in his hand, swearing and everything. I just thought, stay out of his way, So he pulled out this big cosh out of his jacket, and I was thinking, what's he doing? So he starts waving it, and everyone's backing off and everything. He's got a bag. So I'm just moving away with the rest of the players. Next thing you know, he's dropped the cosh, pulled out his bag, pulled out a gun. So I've gone, everyone's gone, he's got a gun, run. So I'm thinking, oh my dear. So we started to run, and everyone's run one way, and I've run the other way. And who's he come after? He's come after me, isn't he? I was thinking, I can't believe this. I've only been here 2 days, and I've got a geezer legging after me with a shooter. Well, I've moved away to get away from all this. Next thing you know, I've heard bang, bang. He's firing at me. So I'm like, can you imagine me running across the field? I'm diving, gambolling, trying to get away from this geezer. And he's legging out, he wouldn't stop, but he kept on firing. I hid behind this big oak tree, and I was out of breath, and I was thinking, he's going to kill me. And he obviously was firing blanks, but I didn't know that. He was the top prankster going. He's had players in the showers with the guns to their head, crying their eyes out. He's been really bad, this geezer.
That's not very nice, is it?
It's not very nice.
Not good prank.
Well, especially my mentality as well. So I'm hiding behind this big tree, and he said to me,
This
is your chance to invest in Mouse.
I've seen these two right next to a golf course, and this guy's was putting, right? So I've just run on the golf course, grabbed his putter off him. I said, sorry. I said, but I need this. I said, I need to defend myself. I said, someone's trying to kill me. So I've got behind this tree, and this big terrier's come up and said, he didn't say then, it was a joke. He said, put the club down, otherwise I'm going to shoot you. And I thought, what do I do? How many shots has he had? I'm thinking, he's had too many shots. He can't have any shots left. I think I'm going to take a chance here. I said, is that right, mate? So look, I've jumped from behind the tree with me putter, and I've just run at him, and I've hit him with the putter, and he's happened to put his arm up, right? Oh, I'm so glad he put his arm up, because I'd have been on a murder charge. But I thought I'm fighting for my life, and I'm not.
I've done the same, man.
I've hit him anyway, and I've got the golf club snapped. I've hit him, and all you've seen is blood go everywhere, and his arms are bones sticking out, and it was awful of his hands. And the next thing you know, all the players are coming over shouting, no, 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 like that. You know, Big Kev Francis was there at the time. He was playing for Oxford. And the next thing I'm lifted off the floor. This big guy's lifted me off the floor, and it was his son has got me off the floor by the throat. He's massive. He's going to kill me. He said, you've hit my dad. But I didn't have a clue what was going on. I just thought this guy was trying to kill me, and I'm defending myself.
I would have done the same.
So we all got, you know, he went off to hospital, and he was a window cleaner by trade, and he couldn't work for him. Tried to sue me then, the guy did. Tried to sue me, and I said, you're having a laugh. So I'm paying anything. I said, whenever you see the club, I said, it shouldn't have happened. I've only been there 2 days. And I went mad at Big Kev Francis. I said, how can you do that to me? I said, you know what I'm like? Mentally. I said, don't do that to me. But it made all the papers down there. It was like the press took on it. It was the, double page pull out of it, and it was being a club, your new club for 2 days. It wasn't what you really wanted. Do you know what I mean? It was
not good for the profile, was it? But having said that, some guy's chasing you with a gun,
and he was firing blanks. And
I don't say you didn't know that.
I didn't know that, and I can honestly say I've never been so scared in my entire life.